Hello, you are welcome. In this video, we are going to solve this exponential problem. We have 2 power root of n equals 8 power n. Whenever you have an exponential problem of this nature, just ensure that the bases are the same. That means what you have here must be the same as what you have here. Try to make sure that the 2 bases are the same. And for you to do that, you simply observe this number is 8 and 8 is an even number. So we can replace 8 with 2 to the power of 3. So that means we are going to have 2 to the power of root of n equals 8 is 2 to the power of 3, and this is raised to the power of n. Now, the next thing we are going to do is, if you have a power n or power m, this equals a power n times m. So we can multiply these exponents. That means we are going to have 2 to the power of root of n equals 2 to the power of 3 times n is 3n. Now that the bases are the same, we can compare the exponents. Now don't forget, if you have a power n equals a power m, it simply means n equals m, since the bases are the same. So that means we are going to have root of n equals 3n. And because of this, we need to try and eliminate this square root. And for us to achieve that, we simply raise this to the power of 2, and we raise this to the power of 2. Now, don't forget, if you have root of x to the power of 2, this simply means you are going to have x power 1 over 2, and this is raised to the power of 2. And if you multiply this exponent, you are going to have x raised to the power of 2 over 2, which equals x. So, root of n raised to the power of 2 is the same thing as n. And this equals, this one here, it means you are having something like a times b raised to the power of 2. And this equals a squared times b squared. So, we are using these powers here to distribute. We are going to do the same thing here. We are going to have 3 power 2 times n power 2. So this will give us n equals 3 power 2 is 9. We have 9 squared. Now the next thing for us to move this down here to form an equation, we have 9n squared minus n equals 0. This becomes a quadratic equation. Now look at it here. This is n power 2 and this is just 1n. But there's n here and there's n here. So we can factor out 1n. We can have n times, if you divide this 9n squared by n, you are going to have 9 times n. Then you have minus. This is n here and this n here. What you are going to have left is just 1. And this equals 0. So the next thing we are going to do is, since it's a quadratic equation, we are expecting to have 2 different solutions. So let's equate the first one to 0. That means n equals 0, or we have 9n minus 1 equals 0. Now, this is certain. This becomes one of the solutions, n equals 0. Now, we need to solve this to find the other solutions. That means we are going to have 9n minus 1 equals 0. We can decide to move this down here. And we are going to have 9n equals 1, because this will change to positive. Then, we need to solve for n, so we divide each part of this equation by 9. This is divided by 9. This is divided by 9. And what happened is 9 will eliminate 9. We now have n equals 1 over 9. So we have 1 over 9. This becomes another solution. So we have 2 different solutions. We have n equals 0 and n equals 1 over 9. Now, that is not all. The next thing we are going to do is to test if these 2 values will truly satisfy the equation. We have n equals 0, and we also have n equals 1 over 9. Now, let's start with the first one. Remember, let's recopy the problem. We have 2 to the power of root of n equals 8 power n. Let's consider this one when n equals 0. So that means we are going to have 2 power root of 0 equals 8 power 0. Now, square root of 0 is 0. We have 2 power 0 equals 8 power 0. Remember, any number raised to the power of 0 is 1. Even a raised to the power of 0 is 1. So 2 power 0 is 1 and 8 raised to the power of 0 is 1. So that means the 0 has satisfied this equation. Now the next one we are going to use is to test this one here, 1 over 9. So let's recopy the problem again. We have 2 power root of n equals 8 power n. We are going to insert 1 over 9 right here. We have 2 power root of 1 over 9 equals 8 power 1 over 9. Is that so? It's a question mark. Now, if you have root of a over b, this equals root of a divided by root of b. So we are going to apply the same thing here. We are now going to have 2 power root of 1 divided by root of 9. And this equals 8 power 1 over 9. Another question mark. Now, we have 2 power root of 1 is 1 divided by root of 9 is 3. And this equals 8 here, power 1 over 9. Is that so? I know you might be confused now, but don't worry, you are going to get it right. Don't forget that 8 equals 2 to the power of 3. Remember that? We are going to substitute this 2 power 3 for 8 here. So we now have 2 power 1 over 3. Is that equal to power 3 or power 1 over 9? Now, let's also remember this identity. A power n or power m equals a power n times m. So we need to multiply these two exponents. 3 times 1 over 9. So you have 2 power 1 over 3 equals 2 power 3 over 9. So we have 2 power 1 over 3 equals 3 can cancel this 1, cancel 9, 3. 2 power 1 over 3. Have you seen it? So what we have here is exactly what we have here. In fact, you can simply have it written this way. Remember, if you have a power 1 over n, this equals the n root of a. So you can have it as the cube root of 2 equals the cube root of 2. It's the same thing. Have you seen it? So this is the end of the video, and the two solutions are proven to be correct. Please, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and share to your friends. Thank you, and click the like button